Welcome back to the channel. That was a good whack. All right, today's word is queso. Queso, like the cheese. I went ahead and I quickly just sketched it out with a pencil, and we're gonna go ahead and actually throw it in a marker right now. This is a style unlike anything we've done. It is more of a sloppy style. But the cool thing about it is it's still very legible. Maybe not sloppy. Maybe sloppy is not a good word for this, but we'll say different. A different style. Remember, word queso. We're gonna make it fun. Queso like the cheese. Running out of space a little bit, but that's okay. That's a cool style. And we're gonna add a little more style to this thing. So we're definitely gonna spice it up. Throw some little jalapenos in there, some cheddar, some chips. Let's make it some nachos. All right, queso. First things first, let's thicken up. Let's thicken up our black. And then we'll decide where our shadows are gonna go. Because part of me is thinking we don't need a very fat, aggressive shadow on this. I know some bombs, I go with a more fatter shadow. Try and thicken up the lines more, you know, make it, just make it flow and look better. But then there's some cases where I don't think it needs a fat shadow. Like certain bombs just look good by themselves. And this is more of a Fonty style bomb. You know who this reminds me of? It reminds me of him, but it doesn't look like it. Is Jiggle. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Jiggle, but I guess this would be similar to something I've seen of his. He's got some interesting fonts. It's a cool thing about doing letters. Do them however you want. Like, who's gonna say that looks wrong? I mean, other than you. there's no right or wrong for this. This is what we came up with for this bomb. And the goal is to try and do every bomb a little different. I know some of them look similar. That's just how it's gonna be. I have a certain style and it's hard to break that style. But if we can get everything a little different, that will work. That means I'm doing my job. All right, queso. Maybe we should do it a little drippy, you know, make it look like melted cheese. Or we can do the holes. Let's see. Can we do some cheese holes? I don't know. Let's see if I got some right colors. I feel like maybe we can do some cheese holes. Let's see. How would we do this? All right, let's color it in yellow first. And then with any luck, I'm gonna make it look a little Swiss cheesed up. I have no way to Google an image since I'm recording with my phone. So we're just gonna go based on what I think some Swiss cheese would look like. I mean, Swiss cheese just has holes, right? Isn't that why they call it a Swiss cheese? I'm not familiar with cheese. Maybe one of you guys out there who eats cheese could tell me why is it why do they call it a Swiss cheese? Maybe the Swiss cheese isn't even the one with the holes in it. And I'm just like, don't know what I'm talking about. Does Swiss cheese have holes? Or is that something else? Well, either way, we're gonna make holes in our cheese here. I'm using yellow for the fill, obviously. I'm gonna use a darker yellow for the holes. And then keeping with the same palette, I have a green that will hopefully look like a yellow, like a darker yellow. And that'll add a little bit of depth to some of these holes. I think I may do a couple holes first just to see what it looks like, because I may just butcher this thing and mess it up. And that's not the goal. The goal is to make it look like cheese. Although making it look like cheese is kind of an afterthought, but I figured, hey, queso means cheese. Might as well make it look like cheese. All right, first things first. Fill in the queso in. Queso. Give me all the queso. I know I'm saying it wrong. Queso. But queso, you know, sounds a little funny. Alright, almost done with the O. And then we're gonna add some Swiss cheese holes to it. and then we'll come back and we'll do a shadow. All right, so let's see what we can do. I don't know if this is gonna look right or not, but figure add some holes like that, right? I don't think they gotta be all perfect. All right, let's see what it looks like with the green, because I don't know if this is gonna look right or not. Does it? No, I need more of an orangish color, like a peach. That green is looking a little. Does that look like it? I don't know. I don't know if this is looking like some cheese. I guess we're just gonna have to run with it now. Queso. See, this is why my friend Google, I wish he was here right now so I could ask Google what the heck is just Swiss cheese is supposed to look like. I don't eat enough cheese, but that's okay. Swiss cheese? Does that look like a Swiss cheese? Not really, but all right. Shadow going down, not very aggressive, and we'll do some drips. Figure if the queso is drippy, right? You got some melted queso. It's a fun little style. Okay, so man, for being a new Sharpie, it ran out kind of fast. I feel like these markers didn't last very long, or the Sharpie didn't last very long. Almost done. You can see how the black marker is starting to fail. Maybe I have used it a lot and I just don't realize it. I did buy a 5-pack, so. Alright, so we got our queso bomb. Looks a little cheesy. Looks a little fun. Okay, let's break down the letters. I think we're done with this. All right, so we got our Q, U, E, S, O. Yellow fill with what's supposed to look like Swiss cheese, although I don't think it looks like Swiss cheese. Real simple drop shadow going downward. We got a couple drips. That's it. I mean, it's simple enough. Solid B-. I'll give myself. Hope you guys picked up a thing or two, learned something. Thanks for following along. Like, subscribe, share if you guys feel like you find value in the channel. And I will see you on the next one.